Crack-a-lacking. What's good? What's good? What's happening? Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Grown Folk Talk. See, some people done fell through already. We got D-Love in the building. Crucial K's in the building. Angels in the building. What's going on with you? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Got a pretty good show on hand for you tonight, I feel anyway. Yeah. What this is, episode 5. Look at me. Still going. Something I actually take pride in when I have conversations with myself. No, I'm not crazy. It's just me motivate myself. I say I need to do this and I'm going to do it. So this is what I'm going to stick to. I have to stay dedicated to my people that support me on this page. So yeah, this is episode 5, man. And I got my drink, of course. I call it Body to Beat. Real shit. Check out the chat, man. Try to give people a little bit of time to slide through the door. Reflections with Kimberly Wilson's in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for sliding through as well. Appreciate the love. But yeah, you see the topic tonight. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Got a couple of things we're going to touch on before we even get to that. You know I got to warm the room up, right? But yeah, we're going to be talking about what's more important. Now, disclaimer. I know people who may slide in later going to probably say something about it. So I'm going to say it now. If you miss it, it's your fault. You should have been here. We understand that love, loyalty, and all that stuff matters. We know that. That goes without saying. But I'm just really focusing on these two topics because I hear it a lot on social media, especially for women. Which one is more important in a relationship? And don't answer right now because we ain't even going to get into that right now. Sex or money? So y'all know me. I'm going to have a question for whatever your answer is. So be prepared. You dig? See what else? Anybody else slid through the door? Nope. Yeah, this angel already answered. Hey, we're going to get into it, though. But we always have to warm the room up, get everybody juices flowing, if I could say that. And I had a couple of them. I don't know if I want to save one for next week, but you know what? We'll see. I'm going to play the first one. If I feel like that's good enough, I'll say the other one for next week. You dig? So y'all know what time it is, man. Let's warm the room up, man. Again, welcome to Grown Folk Talk, episode 5. Let's go.
After you give a man head, do you kiss him right after or do you brush your teeth?
I kiss him right after.
You kiss him right after?
Right after I kiss him. With his sperm in my mouth.
With what?
Huh?
What you say?
With the residue.
With the residue is crazy.
I kiss him. I don't care. Especially after I swallow. Stop playing.
She is a freak.
But like she gotta brush her teeth.
Even if she brush her teeth, we're not kissing. For what?
I try to kiss him, but niggas don't like that.
Kissing him right after.
That us?
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
With tongue and all that.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Oh God.
Why you gonna violate him like that?
that's not violating. A real nigga know what's up though. Feel me? A real nigga not gonna be like, oh, don't kiss me after sucking my dick. No, nigga, I'm gonna give you a kiss. Same way you all in my mouth after you eat it.
I'm busting in her mouth? Hell no. Fuck no.
Shit's busting out the meter.
Once I swallow it, I'm kissing you.
Never.
I'll kiss her right after.
After all that. After all that.
Ha!
Yeah. If this don't warm up the room, nothing will. Nothing will. Let me go ahead and drop this link, man, real quick, just in case somebody feel froggy, because really nobody ever does. I don't know why, but it's cool. You want to come up here and share your thoughts with the chat, or you can share your thoughts in the chat. Either way, don't matter to me. So, anybody want to, tell me your thoughts? So, what do you do after the sloppy toppy? Kiss him? Kiss her? It's a good question. It's some variables that goes with this answer, but I want to see what you guys got to say first, man. Reflections with, well, I'm gonna just call you Kim. I ain't gotta say all that. We know who you is. Kim say, my. Hey, look, this is a 21 and up podcast, so your kids should be asleep. I know time went up. You lost an hour of sleep. I don't care. They still gotta go to bed. If they too young to hear this type of conversation, which they shouldn't anyway, don't get mad at me. This is grown folk talk. That's why I put it at 10 p.m. You probably got teenage kids. I know they probably don't go to bed this early. Maybe not. But 21 and up podcast. Understand that. I just wanted to put that out there. Angel say, wow. What's up? This ain't what I want to hear. I want to hear from you. Not a reaction. Tell me what you do. Unless you don't do the sloppy top, which that would be fucking amazing. Because I have another video that I was going to share, but we'll get into that later. All right. Kim says she will hop in a few. Damn, I ain't know this question would goddamn put peanut butter at the top of your mouth where you can't talk. Oh my. Let me find out. Y'all shy. Listen, if I'm going down on you, remember I said there's some variables? Of course, you're going to be my lady. You are my lady. You think I'm finna go? No, I'm not watching shit. If you actually did what you did, whether you came or whatnot, I'm kissing you right in your goddamn mouth. If you don't like it, then why should I? You put it here, right? Right? Let me do this real quick because I want to be home. Matter of fact, let me just do this. I got Miss Angel. I salute. She's want to come up here.
Hi,
So, hey, how you doing?
I'm good, good. Just
Well, first and foremost, let me say thank you for having the balls, or whatever, for coming up here because a lot of ladies fear this podcast for some reason. I don't know why. But you got the flow. What's your thoughts? I mean, what tell us about it.
I'm grown. I'm
Yeah, right.
grown. Um, you know, when you're intimate, you're doing your thing. Whatever happens, happens. Some
Sure.
people do it the way they do it. Some women don't like it. My whole thing is, look, you handling your business, he handling his business. When y'all in the bump and grind, things happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, it could be worse. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you fine. You sound fine.
Okay.
So
So,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go
No,
ahead. Go
you,
ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Okay, so I look at it like this. Like I said, it will be my lady if I'm doing all this. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it randomly. But if I feel like if she feel comfortable doing this, and I wouldn't be tripping about it if she did skeet all over my face and my listen, I know you. You my lady. You clean. So
Right.
if I decide to, come up, jump on you, kiss on you, if you move your goddamn face, now I'm gonna start worrying because
Right.
why did you move your face? Because you put it in my goddamn face. You feel me?
Right.
So I feel like you should know your body. You know you clean. I feel like you clean because I've been with you. So
Facts.
there's no goddamn problem with me taking it. You shouldn't either, and vice versa. Let me bring up Miss Kimberly. She want to join us as well. I got two of them in the building. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Miss Wilson?
Good evening, bro. Salute, sis. I wasn't dodging. You know, I'll come on any moment, Blake. But the thing was, I was in the process of handling something. But anywho, if I'm giving you special treatment, like my boy R.I.P. Bernie Mac would say, obviously we're in a relationship. Number two,
Right.
we gotta take showers and baths, brush teeth, all that anyway. You see what I'm saying? I don't swallow, but I will let you do your thing, and my mouth won't spit out. I'm not a swallow.
High five.
And obviously, we're gonna kiss all that. You go the breast, the whole, from the toes, everything for you doing to
Mhm.
me is already at hand. I've really never been with them. I would never do the butt, meaning lick or whatever. That's not my forte. But everything else is free game,
Mhm.
including the scrotum, all that.
Mm,
Period.
Mhm. Come on.
Because I'm very pleased.
goddamn shit. Yes. Yes.
I
Okay.
mean, y'all getting jiggy with it. I mean, it's
No,
not just
it's just. But you know what though? I have, well, she's not my best friend anymore, but we back somewhat cool. She hate oil treatment, like giving. She doesn't remind seething. I absolutely love it, and it has to depend. Well, it doesn't matter who I've been with. That's just something I do. But everybody don't do it, and some people will do it just so a person will stop because you're not doing it right. But like Bernie Mac said, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but this
I
is just
feel you.
real, and that's why some people stray, and it's a shame. That's why it's important when you meet someone and you get past that friendship zone or whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about all kinds of stuff, just so you know if you're compatible. Equally yoked in the bedroom is just as important as everything else.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Go. I
And,
want.
and
I
and
think.
it's okay to talk about it. I mean, I don't know why people are still in that taboo stage. It's like, dude, we bring babies in the world. Come on, everybody know where babies come from. So
Yeah.
let's not front. I mean, if you guys are loving each other and this is the thing, this is that. Like she said, when y'all first meet, it's okay to talk about that.
Right.
That makes that just clears the air.
Well, I
So
don't mean like right in the beginning, but as you pass that friend stage and you go on to that next level, yes.
exactly that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, got it.
Eventually, it's gonna come up.
Facts.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about 304s, nothing like that. We're talking about I'm talking about. Let me be specific. Monogamous relationships, not open relationship, not swingers.
Right,
Monogamous
right,
relationship is what I'm focusing on. What I'm talking about because that's how I live my life.
Right.
exactly.
Just to
And
Absolutely.
be
that's to
clear,
me, that's the safest and cleanest way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has a choice, but at the same time, it's like me personally, I'm a one love type of person. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
True
I
that.
don't be all over the place. I'm very choosy, and I pride myself in that. Not saying I'm better than anybody, not at all. I'm just saying that's how I roll. And eventually you gonna have some certain conversations. That's what grown folks.
Damn right. I
That's
feel
what grown folks do.
right.
So you
Right.
know, if you're afraid to talk about it, shouldn't do it.
Right.
Right.
I feel like this. I feel like this. Of course, we're all grown, but I just think
Mhm.
I think when y'all speaking of the early stages of dating or whatnot, of course that conversation is gonna come up. You're gonna learn their freaky side if they're freaky or not. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I go down and I don't give a damn what you do, blah, 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 and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be no surprise once you guys are intimate.
Right.
Don't be acting like a goddamn 16, 17-year-old, like, oh, I don't want to do
Yeah, that's out.
that.
Now, I will admit, my ex fiance, um, when it came to the toes, I never had that experience before. That was weird, but I wasn't comfortable. But I did it for the betterment of my relationship, and
Mm.
that was just something part of it. And then he did other stuff that I was reserved, but you all can imagine that I wasn't used to, but two other men had. But it wouldn't be every night. It was something he like if he would beg for, and I would do it, but it wasn't part of our regular routine. Even trying to use sex toys, I'm not a sex toys person, or even what they call butt plugs, none of that crap. But and I told him that doesn't ease, that doesn't do it. You enough. But I still did it for the betterment of my relationship. After he realized I wasn't down, he never bothered me again. But I still tried to for the betterment of my significant other.
Hey, at
No,
least
I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but for me personally, I don't like it.
No,
listen.
I absolutely don't either. But again, I did it personally for the betterment of my relationship, even though he knew it. But for some reason, I think he thought maybe if I did it, I would like it because I'm a church girl. You know what I mean? So he probably felt like I never experienced something like that, which I hadn't technically. But I still did it for the betterment of my relationship. And when he realized it wasn't my
Mm.
forte, he left it alone.
So
Sometimes
even
we have to get out of our comfort zone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Well, for
I,
me,
I,
that's not comfortable. But I
Of
mean, if
course it's not.
women,
I said come get out of comfort zone.
no, not that part. Sorry, not for me. Not for me.
listen. Hey, I will give you a high five for trying. A lot of women can't do that, and it's understood. If it's vocalized, or you explain this to me. Listen, I don't do that. Me personally, I'm gonna take that and understand that, and I'm not gonna put it up on you because sometimes that can make the whole situation or the sex uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Because I done gave you this, I guess you say disclaimer about
Yes.
that, and you still ask me. Um, I think at that point, and there's nothing against whoever that guy was. I think if I was to do that, I'm being selfish after you done told me.
He
You know,
was. He was indeed. And I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Even to the fact where he even mentioned um I could have a dude on the side as long as I came back home. It was flattering. Hold up. It was flattering at first. I
what?
had to eventually tell him, dude, I do not
Mm-mm.
dick hop or penis hop or eggplant hop. I'm only with you. But I later found out that his first wife had cheated, and it was baggage that he carried on throughout his relationships.
Oh wow.
So there's underlying reasons. So it took him a while, but when I really told him, I feel like you really disrespecting me now, coming from my character. That stopped, but that was a personal baggage or void or insecurity he had.
so can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
The fact that he gave you, I guess I can say this, permission to have somebody on the side. What did that tell you that he was going to be about throughout this relationship?
Mm.
Well, for one, I had already sensed the insecurities. To be completely honest, and obviously there were stipulations with me sleeping with another person, obviously with a condom if I did do it, and also he wanted me to call him so he could actually hear it. But he was he was older than me as well. But again, it was his insecurities, and I'm being completely transparent as I can be. But that goes to show you that's why it's important to heal and to not bring baggage into your next relationship, because
Exactly.
you can carry that over. It can be kind of productive is what I'm saying, because it did hurt to a degree, because after I expressed over and over and over, I don't eggplant cop, I don't have more than one person, etc., etc. But because he's been cheated on from his first wife, and he's dealt with younger people. I'm sure younger. I know younger than me. So that I think that was another way of him saying, okay, this is something I will accept just to have you no matter what. But that was an insecurity he had
Mm,
that he didn't get seek help for that he should have.
Mm. So
So that just goes to show you things carry on, not just physical and mental, emotional, financial, but even psychological.
right, right. Let me give a shout out to my brother YJ in the building. Salute. Thank you for sliding through. Um, now that I appreciate you sharing that and being comfortable sharing it here because ain't nobody gonna disrespect you over here. We all family.
Thank
Hey,
you.
with her saying that, let me ask you this: um, is that a form of being submissive, or is that just being a woman who just try to make things work?
What portion would be you're talking about so she'll understand? Because there's certain things I
We
try,
talking
there's
about
certain
that,
things I
what you
didn't.
just told us,
Okay.
the extra activities and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I
The shit
didn't
that
do
you,
it though. But okay.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if you did it,
Oh, if I did. Okay,
if
got
that
you, got you,
is
got
that
you.
is that being submissive to
Mm-mm.
this man, or you just doing whatever it takes? I think it probably is the same goddamn definition. What you think, Angel?
um, as far as that question,
Yeah, the extra,
um,
doing the extra
you,
with extra people.
I've done that, and I found at the end of the day, even with the extra, um, just kind of you have to weigh it out. I say never compromise yourself.
Yes.
That right there. I kind of stand on my principles. I'm not going if I'm not going to do something, I'm not going to do something. And I've had men say, well, what one person won't do, what you won't do, another will. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Right.
I have to maintain self, and this person has to be considerate of my comfortability and vulnerability as well. If
Right,
that's not the case, I have to walk because, I mean, certain people have gone through certain things in their lives, and that type of thing may trigger something, and I don't want to go through all that. So
right,
it's like, there's just certain acts I'm just not comfortable doing because of the fact of the cleanliness of it all. Some people get down, get down, get down. And I'm like, okay, good for you. But I'm maybe not the woman for that type of person who likes that kind of thing or certain things.
right.
I'll get it now. Now, no, don't get it twisted. I'll get it in. I will
Hey,
get it in.
and I
But at
agree
the
with
same time, it's like I have boundaries,
you. Right.
and
That's the
they
word,
need to be
boundaries.
respected. And
So
at all times.
right. I want to reel it back in and get back to the main topic because we're getting more people sliding through the door. What up, Flash Mob Uno? What we're discussing right now is, of course, you see it scroll across the bottom of the screen. Are you kissing right after the sloppy top? It doesn't matter if it's you giving the sloppy top or if it's her giving the sloppy top. Are you taking that kiss she give you, or are you giving that kiss after you went down on her? What are you doing? Are you going to brush your teeth in the middle of sex? That don't make no fucking sense to me at all. Holla at me, man. I got my people in the chat, man. Let me run through the chat real quick. I got to show love to those people. Of course, YJ in the building. Salute my brother. The link is in the chat. If you want to come up here, feel free to do so, just like these ladies did. D
I'm
Love
sorry,
said,
sis. What's your name?
Uh, Anonymous Angel.
Okay, Angel. I didn't see your actual name. Salute to you. But
"Oh,
I
you know
totally
what?
agree.
I need to change that. Let me change that right now because I don't know why I took it off. Where we at? But let me run through these comments. D Love said everybody has some type of baggage. It's just a matter of if you lay it on your partner or grow from it, in my opinion. True that. True that. Most
Th-
definitely.
that's true, but that's why it's important for the Black community now. It's starting to happen more and more. to seek mental counseling, so you get healed, and you don't do what they call a rebound. You don't just jump
Right.
from one relationship to another. You have time to get rid of that. If you need counseling, do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you don't bring baggage into your next relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
got
that's
some,
facts.
you got some, you got some interference behind in your audio.
I do.
Yes, something is going on back behind you. I don't know. I can hear it. Do you got any other apps open or like YouTube open?
No, 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 not at
It's not an
all.
echo. I just hear like you sound like you underwater.
Oh, you probably hear my washer going. That's probably what you hear. And that's all the way in another room in the back. Wow. Can you still hear it?
No, it don't sound like a washer. It sound like
That's the water. That's the washer going. It's actually probably at the rinsing stage.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Flash my Uno say, I don't kiss. Stop lying. Stop lying, Uno.
Well, boss man, there are people who don't like to kiss. I mean, I had one of my old exes when I was younger. Uh, he didn't like to kiss, but I got him to like it. It's about, how you kiss that person. Some people don't know how to kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on, but kissing is part of the whole program. So I mean, that's a form of love, showing love. So I mean, you just, some people you teach them how to kiss, and then it's better. They like kissing.
It's
Um,
love language and it's part of romance
it is.
and
It is.
intimacy.
But some people nowadays, it's not. There's no intimacy in the situation. Some people don't know what love actually is. And
Amen.
that's the problem, sometimes it's just like that. But, you know, as each person experiences a certain person, they get that, they learn things. They learn how to love and make love. They learn how to be. And in that, um, that it gets better. They learn, love language is taught.
That's. I appreciate you sharing it with us, Uno man. It just raises a question for men that don't like the kids. Like that's one of the most basic forms of foreplay and the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of intimacy. You know what I'm saying? And hey, let me ask you this, Uno. That's just like a woman saying, "Hey, I don't get a sloppy top, bro. Could you rock with that with a woman who don't do that?" I'm just asking. It's just a real ass question. Because what if you met a woman and you fell in love with her, but she loved the kids? Would you be open and willing to learn if you saying you can't? Because kissing is goddamn kissing. You know, I know it's an art if you really think about it. You know, you
It
stick a
is.
little tongue in there and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some people, I've had rough kissers. I've had, more of a tender kisser. And, when you show somebody that, it moves them a different way. So it's like, ooh, okay, what is this, And, it's just when you are intimate with someone, they learn as well. They learn you.
Right.
They learn you. They learn your body. They learn your, moods, what moves you, what doesn't move you. They learn a lot of things from you. And so when you are in that type of zone, it's a lot. It's not just energy exchange. It's learning. You know.
But that energy is very important, or chemistry, and also as you stated, it's a learning, because there's certain things that a person may do that they carry on from another relationship, but you may not like it that way, and you have to teach them, and likewise,
Right. And that's always going to be. Everybody has to learn each other, and
and
they
have
have
to be
to.
willing to.
Yes.
Right, let me run through
Absolutely.
these comments real quick, ladies. YJ say I kiss, but the spit swapping I kind of got out of as I got older. He say French kissing is different than a peck. Absolutely, a peck to me. If my wife came home, gave me well, I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? When we getting intimate, give me all of this. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to mute you up real quick. That noise is loud as hell. YJ said, matter of fact, it's not you, Kim, it's you, Angel.
Thank you.
Oh, you turn down my volume.
Yeah, I just muted Kim and it's still going, so it's actually you. I'm sorry. I just trying to.
How is it now? How is it now?
I don't hear it now,
Yeah, I
but
turned it down.
I think whenever I speak, that's when I start hearing it. So it sounds like it might be interference from uh, YouTube in the background. I'm not sure. But let me get back to these comments. Uno said, I never said I couldn't kiss, I just don't. Hey man, if you want to share that, you feel free to come up here, man. Come on up here with me and the ladies, man. He said, I've been told I kiss well, but it's not something I do. It's my love language. That's what these ladies was up here just talking about as well. I didn't know that was a part of the love language because I actually got the damn book, the 5 love languages. I'm gonna have to go back and look through that. He said, I smooch, I don't kiss.
Mm-mm.
Ladies, could y'all deal with a man that don't like to kiss?
I've
Personally,
dealt with
I
a
couldn't
man.
because that's just part of my love language, and it's just something I require.
Well, I was with the man who didn't like to kiss. Eventually, he learned to like it. I guess it depends on how you kiss them. There's some rough kisses out there. Some people who don't understand how to kiss, maybe tearing up your lips and mouth and shit. So it's like, you have to know how to kiss a person. If they're not digging how you kissing them, you can't. It's a tricky subject because for me, kissing is the first level of intimacy.
Yeah, right.
And when a
It's
person doesn't like to kiss, but they like to be kissed in other places, okay, you just kind of work around it. It depends on how much you care for this person, et cetera, et cetera.
It
Right.
may
But
be that they don't like to kiss, but I'm going to use another celebrity or waiting to exhale. How I can't think of her name right now, but in the scene with the big fat dude who they work together, and I've experienced this a lot of fast, a hard kiss, and I had to teach him to kiss me gentle and soft, and he had to learn. She had to tell him that and communicate that, and when he did, like she said, her body exploded. Everything changed. The intimacy changed. The feeling changed. It was more deeper. It felt better once she taught him how to kiss.
Mm. So what I want to do now is I want to switch gears because this is the segment. This is my beginning segment. It's to warm up the room. You ladies are definitely welcome to stay up here with me. But we're gonna watch this second video before we get into the main topic of the night. And this one right here it's a little more serious, but at the same time, it needs to be said. So y'all check this out, and we're gonna talk about it when we come back. Y'all check it out.
These new women, they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't do nothing. They just want to put their lashes on, get them lace fronts, look fly, do all of that stuff, but they know nothing about keeping a home. They know nothing about rearing children outside of dressing them up cute and putting them on Instagram dancing. Like, what do you know about being a mother? And it goes back to these independent women from the 80s and the 90s that did not teach their daughters how to be wives. We are the only culture that does not teach our daughters to be wives. We teach our daughters to be independent women. We teach them how to be boss chicks. We teach them how to be everything else but a wife and a mother.
So, and Angel, just let you know, I had to put you on mute because of the other noise. What I want to do is I'm gonna go to y'all individually, so we don't have the interference. It is kind of loud, but I want to start off by saying this. That's a great question that we just heard, and it almost kind of hurt because now they're talking about my generation, the people from the '80s. I'm an '80s baby. It doesn't hurt me to an extent because I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit at all with my daughter. My baby mama don't either. When Taylor get out of hand with her, she calls me. And Taylor knows what time it is. She know my daddy don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me wonder, and we done had this discussion several times in the past about this generation. But right now we're being specific about the young ladies. What are these mothers teaching these young ladies? Is it true what she said? Teaching them how to be independent? Preparing them to be an independent or a single mother? Instead of preparing them or teaching them how to be a woman and maintain a man. Instead of, girl, be independent. Fuck all that extra shit. That's goofy. That ain't what God put y'all here for. So I'm gonna start with you, Kim. What's your thoughts on that? You go ahead and come off mute.
I completely agree with her 100%. And I'm going to go to another movie. I'm not sure if you all have seen this or not, but if not, you should go see it. It's called Not Easily Broken, with my favorite actor, Morris Chestnut, and Tahaji, or how do you pronounce her name, P. Henson. And she told her mother, who was Jennifer Lewis, she said, "You told me how to be independent, how to do this, how to do that. But Mom, there was one thing you forgot to teach me. I think she said how to love or forgive, or both. I can't remember. And we can be all those things, but independent does not mean you can't still be a submissive wife, a home wife, or even a wife that makes sure your children are together, cook and clean homemade food. You know what I mean? Not just the store bought crap, and cater to your husband. That's why I love Dr. Heavily from Married to Medicine. She's her own boss chick, but she loved her role as being up under her husband, and they're equal. He's a doctor. She don't have to work. She's a doctor. All kind of stuff. But these young kids, even my 17-year-old, I even struggle with her. My youngest is 16, on what she should and shouldn't do, even though I taught her. But a lot of these women aren't teaching. They teach them how to be, excuse my language, thoughts and 304s, and how to, and twerk and all this other crap, how to attract a man, but not how to keep a man. Not how to be submissive, how to close your mouth when you need to. On how to back your husband or your significant other, on how to be on the same page with your children's father or your husband when it comes to your children. I can go on and on and on, but most importantly, they forgot about God. That's the most important thing, though, because if they put God first, everything else will fall in place, which is a 2-parent home and etc. Everything else will fall in line.
Absolutely. First, before I go to Miss Angel, I want to welcome my bro to the goddamn panel. This is Flash.
Big salute, bro. Appreciate you having me, ladies.
Salute.
How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all for letting me come up for a second. Go ahead and do your thing, bro. I appreciate you having me here. I'm gonna be here.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. Hey, this is Flash Mob. Make sure you tune into his channel, man. Drop the link in the chat, man. Talking Wild Thursdays. We got the ladies' night this Thursday, so don't miss that.
We going up for sure.
Yeah. So, Miss Angel, tell me your thoughts on what we just heard. You can come off mute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Go ahead. So, I was raised to be not just independent, but also to be a lady. I had a balanced teaching. my mom taught me a lot of things. And, you know, one of the things she also ingrained was love. She taught me to do things and not, sexual things, but how to be a lady, how to be demure, how to be, how to be with men, how to act, how to present myself, uh, but also be gainful in your life. So I had a little balanced teaching, and and the bigger major thing is I listened. So I've been pretty successful at being that. Nobody's perfect, but it, I had a balanced teaching. So there are some mothers that do teach these things. Unfortunately, I saw a lot of other girls my age, older and younger, who rebelled against their mother's teachings, and they tried to teach them, but the girls didn't listen. They wanted to be street, they wanted to be nasty. And when I mean nasty, I mean just raunchy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uh, my mom wasn't having none of that. So she was always correcting us, not just me, but the boys too, how to be, kind to women and not mistreat them, how to not be an asshole, you know.
Gotcha.
And that's for both of us, male and female. So again, there are mothers that teach the balance of being independent as well as also being a woman of the home.
Right. And there's nothing.
And yeah, to be with men in a gentle fashion. So it depends on the person. Sometimes I don't like to blame the parents too much. I'm almost done. Sometimes I don't like to blame the parents too much because there are mothers who are ratchet and that's all that the kid knows. But there's also mothers who try to teach um, women and men how not to be always ratchet, to have a balance. But it's up to that child to adhere and listen. If you rebel, this is what you get, which is a lot of that going on. Okay, I'm finished.
No, you good. And that's absolutely correct. And the rebellion is something that, as a parent, you have to let them fall on their face. But we're gonna kick it over to my bro, man, Flash Mob Uno, man. What's your thoughts on the video we just watched, bro?
Ladies, I appreciate your feedback and your comments. I can respect that. Because you know how I go, man. It's different. My thought process on this is it's not like everybody else's because I'm more of the guy that a mother for a daughter, a mother makes a woman. A husband raises a wife, right? I can teach you how to treat me as a man.
Right.
My wife can teach my daughter how to be a woman. She can give examples of how to treat me, but we as men, we make these independent girls. You don't need no nigga for nothing. Call your daddy. You tired, go for call your daddy. What you need some money? Call your daddy. So we make our daughters submissive. We make our daughters what we don't even like in women. We make them independent, strong, hard, tough to get along with. Don't take shit from no man because active fathers instill that into their daughters. You feel me? So I just feel as if the father's role in a daughter's life creates the balance of being a wife.
So
Mom makes them a woman.
I gotta ask you. I don't mean to cut you off because
Oh no,
I
you come
don't want to lose this because what you said, I've never looked at it like that, but it makes a lot of goddamn sense. But
here.
I see it like this, and I think for the fathers who are active in their kids' life, they're not trying to teach them to be independent and say, I don't need a man. I think they're trying to teach their woman this is what a man should do for his woman. Even though this is his daughter,
Mm-hmm.
if he's in the household with the mother, she sees that as well. Or if he's not, and he comes over here, he comes and shower her and make sure she's taken care of. I think in that young lady's brain, she should think this is what my man should be like. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. But I wanna give you this right back. I definitely respect exactly what you're saying. But when you're saying you see the daughter should see her father being that example for the mother. Sometimes us as active fathers, we love on our daughters extremely hard. Sometimes harder than we love on our partners. Sometimes we harder than we love on our baby mamas. We gonna love our daughters. And what we instill, we try to what we call it is raising our daughters. We really kind of backwards training them because we teaching them game. We teaching them game. These niggas ain't gonna do shit like your daddy. This get you a man like it, and we are creating the women that we don't like. We are creating the women that we don't like. We're making them too strong. Don't depend on this man for nothing. Call your daddy.
I respect that.
Your man ain't got no money. What you do? What we say? Fuck you. Call your daddy. So we are creating the women that we don't like. People kick me off podcasts when I get to talking like this.
Nah, because normally I have I gotta say something back. I'm zipping it because you're right. You're right. I disagree.
I'm a dad like that. I love my baby. I love my baby girl. I go hard for my baby. But my wife had to tell me, like, her man is not going to be able to do nothing with her. And that stuck to me, like, damn. Wow. I don't want my baby to be the one that's difficult, the pretty difficult girl that, she gotta have her way even when she wrong because her daddy done put it in her head that she the princess and she ain't wrong. And she don't need me for nothing because all she gonna do is call her daddy. When we get in an argument, all she gonna do is call her daddy.
And may I
active dad. When you active, it's a double-edged sword to me.
Right. Kimberly, I was just gonna go to you. What's your thoughts on what Uno just said?
I was gonna say, personally, I feel and believe that what each and every one of us are saying is correct because we're looking at the lens of our own point of views and experiences. That's how people have decisions on or opinions on their, what they are around, what they seeing, their environment. All of that is correct. And to further you, Uno, Kiki Shears, I know you guys know who she is. If not, she's a gospel singer. She's what's her name? One of the Shear sisters' daughters. Can't think of her name right off the bat. But she said her first fiance, she compared to her dad, and felt like everything her father, who's a bishop, should be doing, just like her dad did for her mother. And that she learned later that wasn't necessarily right to put him on that same pedestal as she did her dad. They didn't get married, but she's married to someone else differently. But he's correct to a degree that does happen when you're in a 2-parent home, and it doesn't always have to be a 2-parent home. But that goes back to what I said at the end, at the latter of my point, was if we go back to God and how it was originally made, then everything else will usually fall in place. And just like Angel said, like I said, my 17-year-old, there's things I'm trying to instill. She does know what to do, but she's not doing it. So it's not always on the parent or parents. It's sometimes the children. There's a lot of these young men and women who come from 2-parent homes, live in the suburbs, what do they call a silver spoon life, but they rather be in the ghetto, just like what's his name, King, like he want to sing, like he's all that in hood because he hang out there because his parent raised him in the suburbs. So it's a little bit of everything on the spectrum, to be honest. And like I said, depending on the lens we see it in of our own experiences and environment.
Right.
So we all add and have a point of view that everybody can benefit from.
Absolutely. Angel, what's your thoughts, Angel?
Well, I kind of like what he said. This is a beautiful thing you got going here because as men and women of African descent, and I must say it like that, what he said gave me some insight on the way certain men think and do. And, I was blessed to have both my parents in a loving home. They loved each other. We saw them kids dance with each other. So, I'm not going to get too much into it because I know there's a lot of people who didn't have that. But I was blessed to have it. So I saw things, I'm a daddy's girl. So I saw things that how my dad treated my mom. We even saw their disputes. But it was all seen. But they learned how to forgive, make up, and come together again. I've seen some knockdown, drag outs. I was like, woo, okay. But at the end of the day, like I said, no couple is perfect. But they showed us, I saw love, affection, anger, forgiveness, and then togetherness. And they instill that balance. What my mom's goal is to make sure we could survive in this world. And she taught me, especially since I'm the only girl, how to move around in this world of craziness. My dad, both of them, my dad and my mom, also taught me how to be a lady. Again, I'll go back to I listened.
That's key.
That's the biggest part of it. If a child is not going to listen, they're not going to learn. Like she said, all this hood mess, all this hood shit, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. I grew up in the hood and I saw devastation. And that was because of the love and protection that my parents gave, that is what gave me my insight on what's good and what's bad. Of course, we had God in our family, but the heart was, respect God, but also it's okay to say no, stand up for yourself, but still maintain who you are. See the real and the false.
Right.
Street's not going to get you paid the way street's not going to take care of you. That's what I grew up hearing. And she would share things to let us know. Now, if you're going to be a hardhead and not going to see what's happening, this is what we get. True. And I close.
True.
I like what you said because I learned something tonight. From a male perspective,
And I appreciate that love. And I just feel like a lot of us was raised, we said we want to raise our kids to be a wife or a husband a lot of us was raised on survival, just to survive in the world. So we weren't really even raised on love. So we learned how to love through trial and error or just watching somebody. I've been married 23 years. I didn't have a positive married couple ever in my life to be married for 23 years. So my parents couldn't tell me how to be in a relationship. My daddy wasn't there, so he couldn't tell me how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So really, this thing that we call life is all about communication. If you are willing to listen to your partner, if you are willing to listen to your kids and don't come with that old outdated a child is supposed to be seen and not heard mantra or mindset, my life is not like boss life, it's not like Angel's life, it's not like Kim's life. Everybody is different. Like you said, we look at life through a different perspective or different lens. But one thing that stays the constant denominator is communication. And that's where I think the Black families are starting to lose our footing or traction because we don't listen to each other. We don't listen at all.
Right. And I'm going to just end it with this before we move to the main topic of the night. I know Kim and I think Angel both spoke on, rebellious kids.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't do too much for a kid who just insists on rebelling against everything that you try to teach them. Those are hard-headed kids that has to learn on their own. And as a parent, you still have to be there when they fall. And when they fall, hopefully they bump their head hard enough to say, okay, mom, dad, you was right. Because it doesn't matter with certain kids how much you beat into their brain, the rights, the wrongs, the don'ts, the do's, they're gonna do things their way. You feel me? So at the end of the day, what I feel like, if we have more parents doing the things that need to be done, that percentage of hard head kids will drop.
We gotta have parents that don't fucking quit on their kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Facts.
giving it to God, people, is not quitting. It's you done everything that you can do for them, and which your first hope should be God, but at the same time, be like, Father, take over. That's not quitting. I will say that, because some people say, keep going, and then your kids is just still not listening. So give it to God.
No, it is. I'm not gonna disagree. It is kids like that, brother. It is definitely kids like that. That's very hard. I was one of those kids, and I was a hard headed kid, bro. I had a kid. I had my son at 16. I learned on my own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just glad. I'm just thankful that my mama didn't give up on me.
Yeah.
Because if she would have gave up on me, I would have been one of these statistics that we're talking about right now, like not taking care of the fam.
Yeah.
And
Like when I say don't give up on your kids, that's the most important thing. Yeah, you can give it to God, but still reach out. Still, you ate. I don't like the way you're living right now, but I'm gonna make sure you eating. Did you take? You know what I'm saying? Just being a parent, that it never stops. It never stops, bro.
I agree, Uno, but also, never giving up is extremely important. But as equal, I think also when we realize, as even as parents, that God has given us even free will to choose to serve Him or not. And I had to learn through my own experiences with my children, that even if they're minors, I have 3 are grown, but 2 are minors. But I learned before that they still have their own decisions to make, meaning they choose to do right or they choose to do wrong. And when you try to be in a dictatorship, it makes it worse usually. So that's why it's important to seek the help. Like I mentioned, well, you wasn't. I don't think you was here at the time, about counseling, not bringing baggage in the Black community. People have started to seek mental health because it used to be as if it's AIDS or HIV or AIDS or whatever. Like that's horrible for us Black people to go seek mental help. We don't need that, but it's very much needed. So sometimes you have to back away from being so direct and be more indirect, because sometimes the more you push, especially with that dictatorship, it's kind of productive. But like you said, never give up. I totally agree. And I was 15 when I had my first child.
Yeah, so you know how it is, and I agree with you, Ms. Kim. But like I mentioned, you said never give up, and you got to find. If we find how to communicate with our kids, and we dig a little deeper, try to figure out what it is that's really get down to the root. Therapy is definitely needed in the Black community. That communication is too. Communication is definitely. So I agree with all your ladies. I appreciate this conversation. It's a dope conversation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to get ready and move into the main topic of the night. And I'm going to go ahead and, put this out here now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go full mass. How you say it? Full mass. All right. So the topic of the night, and this is a doozy. And remember, think before you speak, because boss gonna have some questions, man. I'm gonna have some questions. However you answer, you feel me? Let me go ahead and put this on the screen. Which one is more important, sex or money? Now I'm gonna get a disclaimer again for those who just tuned in. We know the everything that matters in a relationship, love, loyalty, all that. We know all that. But we're talking about these two specific things, sex or money. So think about this. I want to play a video before we even get into it. This video has nothing to do with it. I want to play this video because I want to give a salute to this brother for doing what he did. We're not even going to dwell on it or talk about it. You can leave your comments in the chat. I just want to play it to show you guys because I think this shit is really damn dope. And then we're going to get into the topic. Let go.
Man, I heard somebody was over here getting bullied at Carver Hall Elementary. So you know we had to pull up. What's up, dog? I'm good. How you been today, bro? Y'all hear about anybody messing with Joshua? Y'all better let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. Y'all better show him love, because this is my little brother right here.
Oh, Joshua.
There you go, baby. You good? There you go, there you go. Today we went to pick up Josh from school. What's up, Joshua?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
I came today because I heard you were getting bullied, man.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be bullied?
Bad.
How do you feel now that the anti-bully gang came to your school to have your back?
Good.
You feel good now?
Yeah.
Do you feel like people love you?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like people have your back?
Yeah.
We love you, Joshua.
I love you guys too. Thank you, anti-bully gang.
Yeah, that's dope.
Pretty cool, man.
One thing you got to understand, these kids get bullied on a daily. You understand me? And I don't know where those guys are from. Obviously, they travel around the world. So salute to the anti-bully gang. I'm pretty sure they saving lives all over the world because, you know, these kids will off themselves for being bullied because they don't know how to handle that shit. So salute. I just want to share that with y'all. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go into the main topic of the night, which, of course, I just explained to you. And I got my folks up here with me. Got Uno, Angel, Kim, and no, you're welcome to come up here, but we got to respect the one mic rule. Understand that. So we're going to crisscross. We're going to go woman, man, because I want to hear both sides and see how you feel. And we're going to start with the ladies first. Which one is more important? Sex or money? And we're going to start with Miss Angel. So, Miss Angel, talk to us.
I had a feeling you put me first. I don't know. I think it's both. And here's why I say that. You need money to survive in this world. Let's just keep it 100. You got to survive. There are bills that need to be paid. And as you come together, you share those bills or on your own, whatever. But you also have the intimacy of sex. That love makes the world go round. So between the two of you, it's both. It's a balance of both. When the bills are paid, you don't have to worry as much and you can focus on each other.
I like that. I love that answer, actually. So it's a great answer. Before I drill you, I'm gonna go to my dog. Cause I know Flash Mob. That's my dog. It's my childhood friend all the way to now. I know what Flash Mob like. So Flash Mob, tell the people, man, what's more important? Money or sex?
We get caught up in me speaking for me. We tend to get caught up in the money aspect when really time is the real currency that we have. But I ain't gonna be I'm gonna be a real man. I'm a provider. I'm a protector. So money matters, right? The If I'm, is this? Can I talk? This grown. This is called grown folks talk. So, my
Man,
excuse my French, ladies. My dick don't get hard if my pockets ain't up.
talk your shit, nigga.
It don't. My shot to be like, damn, you gotta be fucking on another girl. What's up with you? Nah, I'm not providing. I'm not providing for you. Your coochie get wetter when the bills paid, when you can do what you want to do. So it is a perfect balance. Sex matters to me. Sex matters. God, family, sex, then money for me. That's how I go for me. I'm a sexual being, so I want my girl to take care of me sexually. To goddamn, because I'm gonna go fight this world, baby. All I need you to do is just give me a little pleasure, so I can go back here and put on my armor and go out here and be a provider for you. For a lane, sex is the only thing that matters. You feel me? For me and the type of the dudes that I run with, it's a balance. It's a balance. I gotta provide for you, babe. What we gonna do? We gonna fuck outside? We gonna be broke. You got them candles you've been trying to use because the lights off. No, I ain't that type of dude. I want my woman to have. I want her to be comfortable in her femininity. I want you to be soft to me. So for you to be soft to me, I gotta provide for you. I gotta protect you in every aspect. If I want to get the best of you sexually, I gotta be the best man, the provider, and lover that I am to you. That's how I go. It's bad. You can't have one without the other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. We're going to switch on up here to Miss Kim. Talk to us, Miss Kim. What you think?
Okay. My answer is a little loaded, and I'm going to say that because first off, it depends on the individual, and it also depends on the couple. And statistics have shown a lot of relationships, particularly marriages, have ended because of financial reasons. I was married. I was a worker. Was forced to be a stay-at-home mom, literally after marrying, which never came up. And we all know sex don't pay the bills. Okay, you have to have money, but again, mine is a loaded question. It depends on that individual man, that individual woman, or if you're same sex, whatever, those two individuals, and also depend on that couple. I mean, just because this is grown folks, we live in 2024. You got all kind of relationships and marriages now, so I want to cover the whole basis, but it depends also on the couple. And I hate to have to keep using this. What is it? Why did I get married? Mike. He made all kind of money. Him and Sheila wasn't hurting for nothing. But she gained weight. He was sexually unattractive anymore, so he was dating her friend. But money wasn't a factor. That's why I say it depends on the two individuals and also the couple who are equal. If they're equally yoked, it goes back to that too. But we all know sex does not pay the bill. It'll give you a thrill, but it won't pay the bill. I'm done.
Hey, Kim, salute. Hey, y'all all gave excellent answers. But you know it's time for me to dig into these answers a little bit. And Kim, she already started it. What I was going to say, and I agree with, excuse me, Angel and you, Flash Mob. But what causes a woman, there's a lot of things, actually, or a man, not just a woman. What causes somebody to cheat on someone who is financially stable and taking care, whether it's him 100, 50, well, I ain't gonna say 50-50 because that means you both putting in the work, so it doesn't matter. So let's just say one of you are sponsoring this relationship, but this man is not giving you, or this woman is not giving you or fulfilling your sexual needs. Will it still work? And we're gonna go vice versa this time. We're gonna start with Uno, then we're gonna go up to Angel, then we're gonna go me and Kim. Go ahead, Uno, talk to me, bro.
Speaking just from my perspective, money and sex is the main reason people cheat. But for me, I want to shed a little light. Most men, money or sex, really, it's the accessibility to the other women that we have that would allow us to cheat. The false narrative of you having options. Like, ooh, I got this option, or I got this option and this option. So you not giving me this, I'm not even going to try to communicate and tell you what you're doing wrong. I'm just going to go out here because I got options. So that's why I think gentlemen or men, sometimes it's you just not getting treated right at home. We all know those relationships. You're not getting treated right at home. It's over. Everybody done checked out years ago. Y'all just doing this because it's routine. But for most of the time, when I've been married 23 years, I'm not going to come up here and tell you that I've been a stand-up man the whole time. I got married when I was 19. That tells you a lot, right? So
yeah, for real.
And it wasn't the fact when I stepped out and did my thing, it wasn't the fact that Shawty was not sexing me. I paid all the bills. I still pay all my bills. I'm 100% man. It be the notion that it's options. It's better options. Like they say, you always think the grass is greener. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, but 9 times out of 10, it's not. So, to me personally, bro, this question is definitely it depends on you and your partner. I can't give a broad answer and encapsulate everybody on the panel because my answer is gonna be different from your answer. It's gonna be different from Angel and Miss Kim. So me personally, I just feel like I said, it's a balance. Money, sex, it goes hand in hand, bro. And we cheat because of the accessibility.
Okay, and when I thought of this question, today when I was riding in my city, I was at first like, this is a simple question, but as I dug into it, it's not at all. And we're gonna get into it, but now I want to go over here to Miss Angel and see what her thoughts is on someone who's not sexually satisfied and they're cheating, but this dude or this woman got the bread. What's your thoughts, Miss Angel?
Well, being a woman that has experienced this, the cheating, oh, it doesn't matter how good a woman you are. A man gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. It's up to me as the woman to put the foot down and say, okay, if that's what you want to do, you gotta go. I don't play that. I feel like if I'm putting in my love, my time, my money, and I'm trying to keep everything balanced between us, I'm a communicator. Let's sit down, do the grown folks sit down and tell me what's going on, what's going on between us. If that all that has been expensed and a nigga wanna still go out there and do his thing, well, I tell you what, I'm gone. It hurts like hell. It hurts. Love hurts. But I have to be that strong person. And this is what you learn over time and experience. I have to be that woman that says, I'm not going to allow this. If this is what you want to do, gone. Gone. Because I can't do anything. I can't. And I won't.
Yeah. Salute. Hey, damn right. You goddamn right. Hey.
Establish the boundaries.
Hey. Listen. I want Kim to
go to that really quickly.
Go ahead.
Like as women, if we allow this behavior, it will continue. Yeah. People going to, but it's up to us individually to say, you know what? I'm not comfortable with this. I'm going to let you go. Let them go on and do their thing. That's it.
Salute. So I'm gonna go last because I think mine might take a little not long, but Miss Kim, what's your thoughts on the topic?
Again, it's loaded, as I stated with my previous response, which is it depends on the individual, man or woman, and it depends on the couple, and it also depends on if they're equally yoked. If a person is going to cheat, male or female, he or she will. I'm not dealing, but there's a multi-million dollar man I've known. Actually, was my manager at one point since 2015. Been wanting to pursue a relationship, and I think it's just because he has access, like you said, Uno, because his money wise. And I had to let him know that doesn't move me. You're married. Boundaries over with. That's it. And the other thing is you have people who are in relationships for monetary reasons. Then you have people who are in relationships just for sexual reasons. And we women know this. Most women, we can be happy and all that in a relationship, but we don't always have a penetrational orgasm, or maybe or depending on the guy. So it depends on the person because we don't always hit a home run like most men or 99.9 men do when it comes to the bedroom as it relates to sex. So if we've been honest, it depends on the individual. And like you said, it's not a broad answer. It is one for everybody. It's individual based and couple based and moral based. It's loaded.
Mm.
I'm done.
You know a lot of sexless marriages, don't you, bro? You know a lot of sexless marriages.
Yes.
We done seen it. You see what I'm saying? Grandma and granddaddy sleeping in separate rooms. They ain't busting nothing down.
Yeah. What I would say to you guys answers, of course, I definitely agree with. It's all up to the individual. That's no doubt about it. Because some things mean more to other people than others. But let's dig a little deeper. This is the final round of this goddamn question, because this I have to try to solidify this answer.
Is smoking allowed on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wrong folk talk, man. I told them put their goddamn kids to bed.
That's why I kept hitting the camera down. I didn't want to, I had to.
You good, bro.
Okay,
good.
I'm a hood nigga. Sorry, baby.
So for those individuals, whether it's man or female, who I guess just choose to do what they do because maybe they're not satisfied, dig a little deeper. When you are sexually satisfied, when you are all three of y'all, when y'all are sexually satisfied, when somebody done fucked your goddamn brains loose, what becomes involved at that point? Feelings, emotions. Those things you cannot just brush to the side. So you got a partner. And I know money is very important, but if you got a partner that's just sexing you down, you don't want nobody to have them. Find the line there now. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, but hey, you can't be around here fucking all day with no money. I get it. Somebody got to bring in the paper. But which one, thinking purely off emotions, can you brush to the side? Let's think about what I said now. You getting your brains fucked loose every time you want sex. And it's, oh my goodness. Now, you ain't got the money that you want. Are you going to leave him to go fuck with somebody who got more money, or leave her to go fuck with somebody who got more money, and then take a risk, like your song say, take a risk, and them finding out, and you losing that good sexual, orgasmic loving that you get whenever, and the next guy who's giving you the money can't do that. So we're going to flop it again, but this time we're going to start with Kim. We're going to go the other way. Kim, what's your thoughts on that?
All right, thank you for that. I'll say 7 to 8 times out of 10, most people will do whatever they can to keep that money flow going and cry and beg and plead saying, I'll stop, we'll go to counseling if they are exposed for stepping outside for sexual needs. Most of the time. Not all the time. There are a few like, F it, I'm getting my brains effed out, I'm cool. But usually when it comes to the bag and that sex, especially nowadays, people want that bag. And I'm talking about just a broad. This is just a broad brush right now. Most would choose the bag over the sex because in their narcissistic mind, they feel like, okay, I done convinced him or her, I'm not gonna do it no more, and they're trying to be more careful in a sexapades. You see what I'm saying? Because again, the good sexual feelings are awesome, but it doesn't pay the bill.
It doesn't.
I'm done.
We're gonna switch over to the brother Uno. Me and Angel gonna go last this time. Uno, am I lying or you disagree? Talk to me, bro. Come off of mute.
I know sex don't pay the bills, right? But what is the reward in when they put us in the? We're gonna go back a little bit. We're gonna have a little history lesson. You got me rolling now. So they put us in the projects. They put us in the ghetto from redlining, and you know how we all migrated together. What is the one thing that we do, money or not?
Fuck.
Sex. We gonna fuck. We gonna make kids. That's what we do. So if we come on here and say money outweighs sex, we really lying to ourselves. We've been genetically wired to get pleasure before money. Like Kim said, nowadays everybody perceive to be after the bag. If everybody after the bag, who keep having all these children? Who keep having these children? No, everybody is fucking. Sorry, excuse my language.
You good, bro? You good?
Bro, this is what everything is over sexualized. Everybody, we pretend to be on that bag, chasing that bag. We living check to check, but we bust and shout it down every single night. And you telling me I'm gonna lose my best eater cause some money? No, I'm not gonna lose my best. And people be like, "Oh, you got your feelings involved." Every time I put my in you, baby, my feelings are involved.
Absolutely,
my feelings are involved. I'm feeling you, right? I'm okay. So my feelings involved. But if you touching me like ain't nobody touching me, if you waking me up and getting it through the slit like we talk about, you ain't even pulling my boxes down. You getting it through the slit, baby. You doing whatever. You think I'm finna let you go? Nope. You think I'm finna let you go without some type of confrontation? Your new boyfriend gonna get it. I'm arguing with your brother. Me and your daddy might have words, but nah, I'm not just gonna let you. You right. We not men. I speaking from a man. A woman wants to be protected and secured, so they gonna chase that man with the money. Sorry, baby, I want you to come back to me, Teddy. We don't chase our best eater, because what? We are the protectors. We are the providers. I don't need her to provide for me, baby. Just do what you do. Just be my ear, and I'm just telling the truth. I'm a real one, baby. I'm not finna lose my best eater. No way, Jose, yo.
Not at all. Hey, salute, goddamn it. Double salute. Hey, we're gonna go up here to Miss Angel, man. Miss Angel, what's your thoughts, man? Talk to us, ma'am.
I like what he said. He spoke truth. I mean, let's keep it 100. Coming from a female perspective, and flipping it, what he said in my account, I agree. And again, in my world, it's got to be a balance. Let's get the bag so we can get to the bed. At the end of the day, the bed is the end of the day, and we in here chilling, eating good in the neighborhood, we having conversations, confrontations, and sex.
Sound like my night. Sound like my night.
Like you said, brother feel good when he got something on the wood. Okay, you gotta have some money in your pocket to make the word work.
That's how it works.
If he is willing to hold you and say, "We got this," Come here, let me show you something. Let me show you something. And gives you that old black magic, like, yeah, you know, get it in. See, that's what ties the ties that bind. We out here pushing together. You know, that make a man not want to play. Now, if the man is still getting all, if a man is still getting all that, and he still want to go play somewhere else, I'm gonna pack your shit and drop you off. Cause I can pick another warrior that I can ride with, and we go through this thing together. And if he do the same, I'm packing your shit, and I'm gonna get to that one warrior, that's one love, and we work it out. But in this journey, and it is a journey of getting the bag so we can survive and have our mental states on the norm, or somewhat of a norm. What helps that is when we're loving each other and going, encouraging each other and say, you know what? We had a rough day. Come on. Come on. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. And that's part of our magic as women. That's what the queen does. The queen will get out there and fight with you, but at the end of the day, you look at each other and say, wow.
Ain't nobody want to be queens no more. Nobody want to be queens no more.
Man, this is what makes the drive higher, because we want to go get it so that queen can give us some more head rubbing. Both of them. Okay? Both of them. This is what grown folks do. This is how you rise together. Brother or sister that don't want that, goodbye. Goodbye. I don't need that. We got to get this together. That makes it easier. Can you imagine? Your rent is this. He has half. You have half. Oh, man. That's more money. We going to eat. We're going to wine and dine. We're going to shine together. Yeah. And get that bed broke. Break that bed down and go get a new one. That's what I tell you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think everyone opinion in this topic and their answers was awesome. I can't find no hole, because if you put it all together, it's all about understanding. You know, it's all about, learning who you're with, what's important to them. Are you willing to take, like you said, take this journey with me? Know my flaws. Know what I bring to the table. Are you willing and are you able to deal with who I am as an individual? You know what I'm saying? I might come up short on a few goddamn strokes. Get these strokes in. Shout out to my nigga Uno. You got to understand, she might not get as wet as one of your exes. She might tap out on you early. Are you willing to accept that on this journey? You feel what I'm saying? Because if you ain't, you might as well stop this train right here, and I got to get off, and you got it.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
100. Absolutely.
So I think this is a fucking great discussion. I want to play something before we get out of here, and then we'll do our final thoughts. Hopefully this is the right one. I pray this is the right one. I'm on my other computer. This is a song that I'm going to be putting out in the future, but it kind of goes with this topic. So y'all check this out real quick, man. I don't even have no video, so I'm going to put up my cover real quick, and we're going to listen to it. Hopefully it's the right one. If not, I'm going to stop it, but you'll get the picture. Y'all check this out.
Bother me all day.
Emotions. So, yeah, that is Emotions. Driven by Emotions, a song I actually did for 54 Keys for one of her podcasts You doing?
Good goddamn storytelling on that one, my boy. Good storytelling. I like that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And
Wow.
it just goes back to what we were talking about at the ending segment, I should say, about, sex is full of emotions. And you can't say what you would do when your emotions are involved. So we're gonna do our final thoughts, man, and of course we're gonna start with the ladies, and we're gonna start with you, Miss Kim. Go ahead and give us your jewels. You got the flow.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the jewels on the whole topic? Correct?
Yeah, on everything we discussed tonight.
Yes. First salute and kudos for that song. It was dope. The storytelling, superb. It was. It followed right along with the music and the story. I mean the beat. Good job. And as we all think agreed, we've all said something from a different point of view, a lens that someone can use, who may be in the chat, whoever may watch it later. And as I stated before, going back in the day, that's why you had a lot of marriages staying together, because they didn't. Most of the women didn't want to thumb the bag, and actually the men didn't either, because back then you were punished if you were a cheater, and you was a reason for the dissolution of a marriage. It's not the same today. Everybody, it's like whatever. But back then, you were punished. You was considered immoral. Your credit was bad. Your friendships, you lost friendships. You lost family members. The whole dealio, but emotions are very, very strong and cannot be denied. Point blank, period. I'm done.
Salute, salute, salute. We appreciate you for coming up here, Miss Kim. Thank you for rocking out with us.
You're
And
welcome.
hopefully you come back to the next one. Every Monday at 10 p.m. We right here. So salute to you.
No problem. Thank you.
No problem. We're gonna move it on to Miss Angel. We're gonna do the fellas last. So Miss Angels, go ahead and drop your jewels with your final thoughts.
Wow. I love your music. Me
Thank
as
you.
a your tracks are just your opening track. Yes, I love it. Um, I was thinking of a song to go with it. I'm like, nah, that's your stuff. But anyway, e- that last song just kind of ties it all up. At the end of the day, I mean, this is what we're talking about here. This is what the frustrations are. You love somebody. You have good chemistry. You got it going on. Money right, sex right. But then that person is still venturing off, and then when you have sex with someone, you're exchanging energy and I mean, you're into him, he's into you. It's strong. And it brings out strong emotions, especially the more you indulge in this person. This person becomes your life. To know that that song sums it up. I want to thank you for having these grown folks moments. That's what draw me over here. I'm like, when's he having his next one? You know. So these are important conversations, especially today, with all the things that's going on. It's important conversation for grown folks, for not so grown folks, so they can learn, and also for the youngins, the younglings that's out there wilding out. At some point, they're gonna have to listen. And me being at my age and still a little hot, I'm 57. Oh, I'll be 57 in 2 months. So basically,
Hey, I see y'all.
so I'm still active. So I'm like, but I'm careful because what I give out is so much goodness and love. So I want to share that with someone who wants to partake and kind of stick around, not float around. So in closing, these conversations I truly find refreshing because we need it with all this negative stuff that's going on. This conversation tonight and the one I saw last time was so refreshing and nice to have because we as grown folks gotta have it. We gotta have it. It helps to bring us back together. Those who are listening, please, please go back over it if you need to. This is a healing moment. And thank you, boss, for having it. Thank you. I'm done.
Oh man, so I want to thank you for tuning in and coming up on the panel, because a lot of people just they're not comfortable with speaking publicly like this, and I salute you for coming up, as well as Miss Kim, and of course those in the chat as well who here riding with me. You know, if you feel like Angel feel, share the live out, man. Because my brother said the same thing last week. He said these are conversations that need to be had. And if you feel that way, share the live out. Every Monday here at 10 p.m. I want to salute you, Miss Angel. Thank you for coming through.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No problem. Last but not least, as far as my guests are concerned, it's my bro, Flash Mob Uno, who I know gonna drop his jewels. You got the flow, bro. Have at it.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me, man, on your platform. Make sure y'all rock out with my boy, man, Bossman Blake. Share this, share it to 10 of your friends. Comment. If you watch it on replay, he appreciate that. Drop a comment. That man reply back. He working hard, man. Go, and another thing, go drop something on the Cash App, man. It take money on to make this thing work. So if y'all appreciating that conversation, man, $1, $5, $10, hit the Cash App, bless them, donation. That's how we rocking.
So,
but if you want to with me, you can catch me every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. for the Morning Wood Morning Show. Come rock with me. And then on Thursday nights, me and Bossman Blake, we done teamed up. We done formed Voltron with a couple other CEOs and bosses and beautiful women. And we get together and we got a podcast called Talking Wild Thursday night at 9. This Thursday is the lady. So y'all come get some good conversation. But my jewels to you, this ain't no disrespect. Unplug. Stop listening to all these podcast niggas. Listen, I'm a podcast nigga. Get out and live your life. It ain't no rules, ain't no book written on how your life's going to formulate. Only one. And if you believe in him, follow his word. But sometimes we get so caught up in this social media for likes and the views and the comments and the shares and all of the things that really don't fucking matter. Because now you got a man or a woman that has never been in your situation telling you how to be you. It's only one person that know how to be you. It's only one person that's going to put the boundaries and say what you're going to accept and what you won't accept. It's only one person that's going to say, this is who I am. You can either love me or get the fuck away from me. Stop listening to these podcast niggas. I'm out. Uno out.
Sorry, I'm sitting here on mute and shit. My apologies. But what I said was, that's huge of him to say something like that, man. Because he's a podcaster, and he's right. Because we can give you our opinion all day long, but you have to live your life. But one thing I do stand on is what's right. Me personally, I'm not going to tell you anything that I wouldn't do. Now, the night topic, it's subjective. Some people might feel sex. Some people might feel money. But at the end of the day, I think one common thing I heard all night is up to the individual or the individuals. Start dating people. Get to know people. Sex is great. Don't get it twisted. I love sex. But it's meaningless if you don't understand this person that you're involved with, this person that you're intimate with, and vice versa. Because if y'all on the same page, can't nobody turn it. Nobody can come turn that page because y'all are solid right on the same page. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. The world as we see it today, yes, it's weird as fuck. And I'm not going to be that person to give excuses on why. I know I'm a grown person and we talk about the younger generation here. I'm the main one who do it. But we all was blessed with that tool between our two shoulders. And that's leaving out people who are less fortunate, who came in this world at a disadvantage. But for the ones who was blessed with a working mind, I give you no excuse. Because one thing I do know, whether it came from your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, the teacher, your coach, somebody taught you right from wrong. The other stuff that comes along later in life that you have to make a sound judgment, you still have to use the basic fundamentals that was taught as a kid to push forward and live, hopefully, a long, prosperous life. I want to give a big shout out to my panel who came up here and rocked with me because they was dope. They was dope. I find no issues with nothing nobody said. Shout out to D-Love, people in my chat, for the ones who ain't say nothing. Thank you for listening. Share the live. Because I agree with my homeboy Chrome who said it last week and Miss Angel who said it this week. These are conversations that we need to have. I know we all are tired of dealing with the bullshit on a daily basis. If you're tired of it, do something. And that's what I'm doing. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight, man. Another great live Grown Folk Talk. Protect your peace, man. And always go high five a hater. I'm gone, man. Y'all have a good night. I'm gone.